We are not sleeping for another 6 weeks. It is March here in Morgantown, West Virginia. The Texas Tech Red Raiders are in town to take on the West Virginia Mountaineers alongside the former Baylor standout King McClure.
For 40 minutes in Press, Virginia. Not a fun time.
It sounds like you had a nightmare last night, King.
Yeah. Not a fun time. Not good to reminisce on those memories.
West Virginia is coming off its best analytically offensive performance of the season in its overtime loss at Kansas State. It is 14th in the Big 12 in offense, though. And Raekwon Battle with the opening miss. It's rebounded by Robert Jennings, each of the big men for Texas Tech. Edwards is coming off a game in which he was 1 of 9 from the floor. Johnson wants 3, and that rattles in, and that's big for West Virginia because Texas Tech is
in the three-point line. So if you're Grant McCasland and the Red Raiders, you are living with Kobe Johnson beating you from deep.
Williams has some help inside, and a nice easy layup for the Finnish freshman. They are viciously booing Pop Isaacs on the catch. 2 in red, leading scorer for Texas Tech. There's Joe Toussaint, former Mountaineer, played at West Virginia just a year ago. Here's Battle, downhill in transition, and King, you've got to stop ball.
100%
chance at a fresh 20 seconds. And Texas Tech on this season is actually a really good three-point shooting team. It's been an ebb and flow. They're in a valley. Crease is not.
Talk about Battle, but
Joel Godet, the rest of our crew. What struck you about the Mountaineers 5 minutes in?
Well, it's evident that they're getting the ball into Jesse Edwards. They want to take advantage of the height advantage down low. And Kirk Crease is just picking up where he left off, but
Robert Jennings, 25 in red, is playing with a foul. Emily Yalaho is on the bench with 2, and Warren Washington, a 7-footer, is out today with a foot injury again. And that foul is called on West Virginia, which takes us to our first break in the action. Throw line here, coming out of that timeout. We got a technical foul.
Yeah, I mean, did he shove him? Yes.
Kansas State in overtime. Touch for Edwards. There's the double, and Edwards is fouled. And now, King, how do you play that? If the double comes, do you want Edwards still going to work?
To work one-on-one. When he catches the ball, he either has to go quick.
Here at Morgantown a year ago, and I've never seen this before, but the dirt sheet pregame said to cheer him.
Whoa.
How about the dunk? Jennings just kind of walked into it.
Decision right there by Chance McMillan.
Battle wants 3 and cashes down.
With that, I mean, 2 jumped out on the down screen, off the ball screen. You have to finish that and talk about finishing. Jesse Edwards is going to have a field day if Texas.
Slazinski, well-designed baseline play. Nice rebound by Pat Sumnick. Minutes are limited, make the most of it.
I mean, the screens that he set, the way he rolled out of them extremely hard, his touch around the rim, and then we just see his offensive rebounding ability. He played well, and he's playing well. And Joe Toussaint getting down.
It is raining down boos. Toussaint said the thing he was...
Reaction when Pop Isaac got the foul. He wants him to drive more, get to the rim, put pressure on the defense.
Foul was the second on Farrakhan. There's the drive by Williams, and he's fouled. More pressure on the defense.
And that's when
his 16th in the country from the line. You put anybody at the stripe. And Williams converts again. He draws a triple team and very nearly scored.
Well, that was a great defensive possession by Texas Tech. They loaded up. Sumnick really had the angle, but the help side defense and the load up was great. And Darian Williams, we talked about him in the open. We talked about the type of scorer that he has turned into. You have to know where he is at all times.
What did we just say? He starts 0 for 3, hits a couple of free throws, then he drains a triple. Slazinski, nice slide. Mountaineers here just under 60% from the floor. 8 for their first 14. Look inside, Harris rocks the rim.
That's a great pass from Slazinski. The bat of the double. If they're getting whatever they want, then your double, you might as well allow the big to play one-on-one. So you have to be able to have smooth backside transitions.
lot of dribbling, but it got an open look from three, and Chance McMillan drains one.
Really been struggling, but Grant McCasland says that he is the most important player on the team, not because of what he provides offensively, even though that does matter, but more so that he's one of the better on-ball defenders.
That's the guy that Texas Tech has been daring to shoot, and for the second time tonight, Kobe Johnson.
That you want to make.
It's not even a rock in a hard place. It's a rock and another rock that Texas Tech is stuck between, because they don't have Warren Washington, and their other posts are in foul trouble. Three from Pop Isaacs, that at least calms some of the pressure. See, but here's the thing, only one of us was our high school valedictorian, and it wasn't me.
Wow, you did your research.
Nice little run baseline, layup there for Darion Williams. He has 7. Grant McCasland told me. Jesse Edwards finishes. There's not an answer. If you put a...
So down low, that is who you should play through. Jesse Edwards should touch the ball almost every single possession because of what you have down low.
Toussaint into a 3. Texas Tech has some answers now, though.
Girls are playing. Don Staley has them rolling.
I would say Caitlin Clark may get a rematch of that one from the Final Four a year ago. Darion Williams in the corner, and the 3 start.
He saw that the weak side defender in the corner helped over, was able to drop a dime.
And he drops another one, Toussaint. It's an 8-0 run and a timeout, West Virginia.
And this is when I think Pop Isaac is, and I think West Virginia needs to go back to what got them success early. Playing through Jesse Edwards, they have no answer for him down low. Throw the ball inside to Jesse Edwards.
Being guarded by a 2-fouled Robert Jennings. Battle of 3.
Oh my goodness.
You could do that too.
You can do that as well.
It's up by West Virginia. See if this winds up with Edwards or if it goes back to Battle, starting to feel it. It's Lazinski in rhythm 3. It's a great shot.
And whenever he catches it in rhythm at 6'8", you talked about it's hard to contest Battle shot. It's hard to contest Lazinski's shot because he shoots it so high.
Rattles down for McMillan. We've got a back and forth boxing match at this point. Still a 2-possession game. Here's Edwards now. And now they're guarding Kobe Johnson. They were helping off of 2 and White early. Battle. Don't leave him open. Raekwon Battle. Shot clock down to 5. Kriisa. Kriisa! 3 fingers to the sky. Bullet to Toussaint, wide open. That's good offense and a well-drawn-up baseline play. Isaacs has a seam. Sumnick slid late, but Pop Isaacs converts.
Talk about Darion Williams.
Man's got a handful of years left in the tank, too.
Yeah, he does. It's amazing how well he takes care of his body.
That's a 3 for Williams. Battle missing the 3, rebounded by Darion Williams. Here's Toussaint, downhill. And he connects.
Good play. Texas Tech does such a playing off 2 feet inside the paint.
Mountaineers scoreless in 3 minutes, and a critical foul called on Texas Tech that at least try to help the Mountaineers spell that. Hits the front end of a 1-and-1.
Chance McMillan has hit 2 threes, but you wanted to get something quick. That was specifically designed for a quick shot.
3:20 scoreless for West Virginia. They could use one here. Johnson spins around and scores off the window.
But that was very smart by Darion Williams.
Toussaint settling the seas. Figure he goes with about 7 seconds. 5 on the timer. Toussaint, 2 on the shot clock, and connects. That's a great way to end a tough half for Texas Tech, and they go into the locker room down just 6.
Toussaint, look at this right here. Playing off 2, kept the pivot foot down, didn't travel, And that's great defense by Raekwon Battle. You really can't way. He didn't feel him. Picked up his pivot foot. That's a travel.
Is that common, that the contact will keep a guy on balance?
Yeah, because you're looking for it at all times as the offensive player, because we're always seeking out contact. So the contact keeps us on balance. That's why they say pull the chair.
Number 7, 50-year big man, transfer out of Syracuse for the Mountaineers. Williams backing down his man, and the kick out drains for Kerwin Walton. First bucket for the senior.
Clark range, wow. Not Curry range, but Clark range. I love it. I love what you did right there. Good for the women's game.
Here's Toussaint from normal range. 16. Deep one from Battle. And off the heel, rebounded by Texas Tech. A 3 would be their first lead. A 2 ties the game. Timeout taken by Josh Eilert and the Mountaineers. Here in the second half, and it has not since. It is an 8-0 run for Texas Tech. First tie since 0-0 King McClure. Quinn Slazinski, a 3, much needed coming out of the timeout. You chalk that up to the old
Slazinski for 3 as the result.
3 to respond. Toussaint misses long. Rebound, put back, yes. 6th offensive rebound for Texas Tech. That's only Slazinski. Slinks to the rim, and that's rebounded by Jennings.
What a great defensive contest right there by Robert Jennings. Walling up, hands straight up.
Rhythm 3 has Texas Tech in front for the first time tonight.
Leads to even better offense right there.
Chance McMillan, and a foul on the other end. I was about to say, so he goes, works the camp, winds up getting the job, paid 9 man on the left side of your screen for his coaching career and his family.
Wow.
By as many as 16 points here on the road in Morgantown. Free throw line jumper, wide open. And the Finnish freshman, Emily Young.
We saw him against UCF be able to step out and hit 2 threes. He has really good touch.
Toussaint, bulldog on defense, and he turns it into points. Now, in fairness, these are records that will never be broken because of COVID. So this is 5 full years of basketball. Slazinski, Edwards the rebound, rising through 3 red jerseys.
And Yahalo is a freshman, but right.
That was smart in transition by Walton. And did McCaslin just get a T? Yeah. Out of the coach's box, but I don't know what occurred immediately before. And Raekwon Battle hits the first technical free throw.
Yeah, this has to be a build-up, because typically you wouldn't see him.
See McCaslin on the right side. West Virginia's just 3 of 11 in the second half. It was dynamite in the first. Here's Edwards bullying and with the roll.
And that's what you have to do. Go quick as soon as you can.
Isaacs, a deep look, and he drains it from Pittsburgh, and he shushes the crowd.
Basketball game, but one thing I will give credit to Josh Eilert for is, I mean, even though they're not winning games, he's still making this team and having this team compete from start to finish. They are playing hard, they compete.
Here's Toussaint.
And sometimes in the majority of games, they believe that they can win every single one. He's probably one of the best shooters, top 5 easily in college basketball when it comes to just catch and shoot threes.
Slazinski with the mismatch. Finds a Cook inside. He doesn't really thrive in the paint, but they're going to be a pain in the conference tournament. Like, they're a team that could knock you out, and if you're trying to get a couple of wins to help your seeding or get you in, Jesse Edwards finishes, they're a team that could end your year.
Been better in the last 3 games, and even tonight, they could be dangerous in the Big 12 tournament.
Back to a tie game, nice dump, and Yalaho finishes. That's what you're going to see in Lubbock for the next 4 seasons.
Hasn't had that many attempts in the second half either. Look to see him get more aggressive, and that was a great draw up right there.
Well, that's the guy that's had a good second half. Jesse Edwards exploding at this point with 15 for the night. And we are tied again for a game West Virginia once led by 16, and it's short-lived.
Well, perfect. The opposite side, Grant McCasland on the roll and replace. Chance McMillan coming after Toussaint getting downhill off the pick and roll. Great draw up on both sides.
Whistle on the drive goes against West.
Well, typically, really good shooters and great scorers allows you to slip and allows you to get a wide open shot. So typically,
it's also something that Raekwon Battle has added to his game this year, is getting more physical. King, he added 10 pounds since transferring from Montana State in the offseason. There's Toussaint with the step back. He had added 15 pounds. His
defensive side of things, though. I mean, we talk about his scoring and how great he is of a scorer, but Raekwon Battle is an excellent defender with his athleticism and his length.
Length from Edwards. 17 points where he looks like a world beater.
Yeah, but the past few games, he struggled because the teams are getting extremely physical with him.
Floater, McMillan, and he's fouled. McMillan's a 90% free throw shooter. Texas expanded so much energy. Down 16 early. Joe Toussaint. Former fans here at West Virginia wanted to travel on the ex-Mountaineer. Isaacs has a lane right to the rim. Boy, he saw the sea open and broke out. Largest lead of the night for Texas Tech. Becomes that gut check moment for West Virginia. Double team. Forces the foul on Jesse Edwards.
Rule on defense, if you're a guard in the pick and roll, you do whatever your big man says.
Isaacs, hard hedge of the screen by Edwards. Here's Williams. And Darian Williams, first points of the second. 6-0 run. Toussaint. Air ball. Stoppage here at the next dead ball. It's the final timeout. Slazinski. And there is that whistle. You've got to write an essay and a handful of other things. Time great live mascots. I forgot the leprechaun at Notre Dame.
Yeah. Allowed Darian Williams to back him down and post up to where you automatically have to send the double, and he can pass out of it.
Pick and roll. Edwards fouled and finishes, but the foul was on the floor. Edwards does strike a ball. One Dalton connect.
Oh my goodness. That's a bad boy right there.
Has Texas Tech learned some things today, in your estimation, King, that help it out?
Yeah, I think that, I don't know if learn would be the word, but I think that they finally have seen the ball go in like they saw it earlier on in the season.
Goes in there for Williams. Now it's a 9-point lead.
And the impressive thing about Darian Williams is he doesn't force anything. He just lets the game come to him and just makes the right play and takes the right shot.
Battle forced it, wanted a foul. Is Darian Williams, like, not that the quietest 17 points?
And that's majority of his points. I mean, the only loud scoring game that he's really had is against Kansas. But other than that, my man just lets the game come to him. He doesn't try to force anything. So all his buckets are typically quiet. He plays within the system, doesn't take any bad shots, because for the longest, only shooting 29% from three in the last 4 games. That was probably a concern.
Foul on West Virginia. 21, looking for 22. And he cannot tie his career high. He does have the rebound, though, with $1:20 to go. If you remember, King, Texas Tech started 1 for 10. It is 30 of 54 since then. And a foul will send Robert Jennings to the line. I'm not good. And Grant McCasland's a first-year head coach.
Most out of them, and these guys compete, and they've had to battle through adversities when it comes to sickness, when it comes to the flu, when it comes to injuries at different points of the year, people being out, losing Cambridge. But Grant McCasland just does a great job of battling back and teaching them. Dunk probably would have scored higher than a lot of those dunks that Jaylen Brown did. Shout out Jaylen Brown, though, but, man, man. You're a Boston guy, right?
I am.
Oh, man.
Listen, he plays well in the games.
He plays well in the game. He might have embarrassed y'all a little bit in the dunk contest.
Final 10 seconds. Good win here for Texas Tech. It is their 20th of the season. They go to 9-7 in conference, and they actually are within striking distance of Kansas in the conference leaderboard. It is officially March as Texas Tech and West Virginia have eyes on the Big 12 championship. For King McClure and the rest of our crew, we say so long from Morgantown. 81-70 is our final score.